Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories 100% guide. Happy 2025! And we are just gonna pause for this cutscene.
I hope the kid is gonna be okay.
Why bring that up?
I had to be sure that I hadn't forgotten him.
How'd that go for you?
Good. I remembered where I had justified the king.
Well, I remember that too. The king helped save everything by staying on the other side of the door to darkness, I think.
You got it, Goofy.
And me? I'm looking for Riku. He was with the king when the door closed. I guess there's no way we'll forget the most important memories.
That's good, 'cause I don't want to forget.
You seem pretty intrigued by this Sora kid.
Are you telling me you're not Larxene?
Haven't decided yet. I think what intrigues me more is what you see in him.
There was a time he became a Heartless. And if one becomes a Heartless...
They lose their minds and their feelings. They're consumed by the darkness.
Right, but not Sora. He held on to his feelings even as a Heartless. And there's only one other man who's been able to do just that.
It's the strength of his heart. That's what interests you. Why the Keyblade shows Sora's heart.
To unlock the mysteries of the heart. Isn't that the organization's mission?
I wonder if there's anything we've forgotten.
If we did, what would it have been? I can't think of anything, so maybe that means that I really am losing my memories. But whatever they were, they couldn't have been very important memories, right?
Right. Or else I don't think you would have forgotten it. Look,
What is it?
a good luck charm Kairi gave me. It's special to her, so I promised that I would return it. I'll never forget making that promise. It's why I could never forget Kairi. Am I right, Kairi? Huh? Oh? Do I know that girl?
Hey, Sora! Where did you go?
Sorry, never mind.
We better keep going.
Anyway, yeah, lots to unpack there. The organization are after Sora, no big surprise. We seem to have our redhead and our blonde still arguing. And we have finished the third floor onto the fourth floor in the chronology of, like, Kingdom Hearts 1. we go to Agrabah next, and then Monstro, and then Halloween Town. But as we step forward into the memory realms of Castle Oblivion, we are brought straight into combat, which, I mean, makes sense. Literally the first 10 seconds of Agrabah in Kingdom Hearts 1 was pure combat, so at least the memories are recalling correctly. Look, Sora, someone's in trouble. We'd better do something. Mind if we help? Thanks, I thought I was done for. But as you might remember, we did just finish fighting Hades, so we have our ice deck all ready. But these enemies, for the most part, Blizzard Rage can really work with like crowd controlling, you know, mob fights and everything. So it really isn't too bad. Sorry about that. I think I paused to like double check something there. Anyway, returning to our regularly scheduled Heartless beatdown. We have our Blizzard Raids just to kind of deal with them fairly handy, and then we obviously have our just extra attack cards to just get by on our own. Now, we do also have Blizzaga, just getting all the most we can out of our Blizzard boost while we have it, and then making sure our cards are stacked in such a way that we're doing the maximum damage that we can. But at the moment we're after collecting the Aladdin friend cards, we have to make sure we use it. And Aladdin is actually super useful. He causes any enemy to drop tons of Moogle orbs. So this actually will be one of the areas that we're going to just basically grind in to get high levels of Moogle points. Because we are going to have to reach a staggering 10,000, I believe it is, Moogle points in one, like in our bank of Moogle points for a trophy. So at least now that we have unlocked Agrabah, we can, when we're looking for enemy cards or just hunting for different bits and pieces, we can circle back here and just gather Moogle points really efficiently. Guess I'd better see if the legends are true. Magic lamp, my first wish. Get rid of these Heartless. Now, Aladdin, stand back, kids. Genie the lamp coming through. I ain't nothing but as right as rain. Well, if we hadn't been in the desert. Been enough dry jokes. One heart is disappearing. Act coming right up. Gorsh. Why didn't you call him in the first place? It's not that simple, you see. I couldn't have said it better myself, but I'll say it anyway. I'm strictly limited to 3 wishes per master and ixnay on the wishing for more wishes. So you only got 2 wishes left. You better use them carefully. I gotta get back to the palace. Sora, we're headed that way too. Why don't we go with Aladdin? Sounds like a plan. That'd be great. Thanks a lot. What's super silly is 1, the palace is right there. We just, technically, from how we entered, we just left the palace. But also, Aladdin, we need to go through, like, sentence structure, my guy. Genie, I wish the destruction of all Heartless.
Yeah.
And then we'd never have any issue, but then we wouldn't be able to level up. So, you know, there's that, I guess.
This is it.
But I'm going to leave in 1 or 2 fights. They're really quick with Blizzard Raids, guys. I'm going to leave in, like, the level ups we get, etc. But, you know, once you've done, like, 1 fight, you've kind of done them all. And once you're kind of using your sleights effectively, it really isn't, you know, I don't see the value in you guys just getting stuck watching me do random encounter after random encounter after random encounter, collecting the same EXP orbs. As I say, you can have him be able to stun, but if you get a treble Aladdin, he drops way, way more Moogle orbs. So my line to you all would be get a meeting ground like that one and use triple Aladdin to grind your Moogle points a lot. Now, I've circled back after destroying everything, collecting loads of stuff, and as I say, when you're hunting for the enemy cards, what's really important is that you use the Teeming Darkness. And as I say, you can double check in your Jiminy's journal which ones have a high likelihood of letting you drop enemy cards, because the more you get now, the less you have to hunt for later. And the angles are what are so important with I suppose this Blizzard raid, because some of the enemies like the Green Requiems, they're going to be immune to Blizzard, or not immune, it's actually worse than immune, they'll heal, so we don't want that. But other than that, as I say, we're just running about making sure we get all of our as many battles as we can, because enemy cards, like with the blue Rhapsodies here, Blizzard Boost is what's making this deck absolutely overpowered. Like, Blizzard Raid is powerful on its own, but it's what's making it just, you know, one-shot everything. And as you can see here, we're also no longer dropping map cards because we've collected 99 of them, so just to be aware of that. And now that we're here, we can start encountering the Barrel Spider. So we're going to have to try and hunt down this guy's enemy card as well. But he only appears in certain worlds. He'll appear in Agrabah, he'll appear in Monstro, and he'll appear in Neverland. And I don't believe he appears anywhere else. I don't believe so. But look, as we travel up through Castle Oblivion, we can be made more aware of that in time. And as I say, I now basically just sort of run around, defeat more enemies just to grind up EXP, and hunt down the attack card of this world, which is the 3 Wishes Keyblade, which you'll remember from Kingdom Hearts 1. And like, the worlds aren't super massive, but as I say, the biggest headache trophy this playthrough is going to be the level 99 master. In Kingdom Hearts 1, it wasn't that bad because you had, I suppose, EXP was just gotten automatically. There was no potential for missing EXP. There was no chance to miss it. There was no chance to have it scaled like differently. And what's really frustrating is Chain of Memories wasn't really designed to need the level cap of 100. Like, Sora at level 100 has a card point total that is obscene. He has a HP bar that is ridiculous, and he really kind of caps at about, I would say, like 60-ish. Once you get your last Sleight and, you know, a card point total of, I would say, like, you know, above 1,000, 1,200 maybe, like, you can beat the game. Once you have like a clever strategy with your cards and with your deck. And like that, you know, people joke that like fire is just the strongest ability in Kingdom Hearts, you know, in general. But like, Firaga with Fire Boost Red Nocturnes can just melt bosses. It's just single target, quick cast time, homing properties. Like, it can just go massive damage. And as I say, we get one card, the 3 Wishes, added to our card index. And now that we've used a Calm Bounty, we're going to now unlock the Gravity spell as well. So, really useful. And then what can be also super handy is if we then create a Moogle room, we can be able to collect some more useful cards for our decks. So, as I say, sometimes what's really important is just to move through all of the rooms just to have an idea of where everything is. But when you have to use a calm bounty in every room, then it kind of breaks up the rooms from, constantly fighting all the time. Now, I cut out basically just about all of that room. The Looming Darkness is just a big grind, got lots of experience. Thank you very much, And as I say, with Blizzard and the Blizzard raids, it's just a matter of, getting the right angle, getting the preemptive strike, KOing everything. It's good grinding, and that's the one thing I will say, is that for the most part, if you get about 6 levels of floor, you'll be fairly sorted. And what's nice is that the floors exponentially grow. So while you might think, oh, I'll stay in floor 1 for a while, it's no, getting to floor 2 just makes it super, easier to grind up levels. And every floor you'll find that you're oh, I was getting maybe 300 on this floor, and now all of a sudden I'm getting 600 and something per battle, so it just exponentially grows. Now, I was very silly because I unlocked high potions, and I'm oh, maybe it's just a random chance that I'll get high potions. And unfortunately, the little green leaf is the caliber of cards they can give, and the higher up in the floors you go, we'll eventually get different bound cards. So the leaf is most common rarities of cards and lower numbers. That's where we're only getting 1s and 2s, Whereas when you get up to higher floors, you're going to get the chance for rarer cards, or at least common cards with really high numbers. Or better yet, really rare cards with really high numbers. And I suppose, it's time to just look through and say, okay, what cards do we have? What can we get rid of? So you can always use the Moogle points to try and artificially inflate that Moogle point value up to your value of 10,000, and then just, reload your save once you've unlocked the achievement. But we're not necessarily going to do that, I don't think. I should be patient enough to just use Aladdin over and over. Oh, another cutscene. So, why are you going to the palace, Aladdin? It's that no good royal vizier Jafar. He tricked me into getting the magic lamp from him in the Cave of Wonders. The cave was crawling with Heartless. I was lucky to make it back to Agrabah in one piece. Wasn't there anyone else? This Jafar guy got some nerve giving such a dangerous task. I know how you feel, Master. People have been ordering around for 10,000 years, and I keep wishing for someone to wish me out of this gig. How about I use my third wish to set you free? Doth my pointy ears deceive you, Master? You're not pulling my top knot, are you? I promise, Genie. Anyway, that's the only... there's only one thing that I want. What do you want, Al? What'll it be? Fame, fortune, a herd of luxury camels to call your very own? Well, this girl, her name's Jasmine. She's the Princess of Agrabah. And that's the problem. It's hard for a street rat like me to go see her. I thought if I went to the Cave of Wonders I could get treasures. Maybe Jasmine would want to meet me. Sounds like you should wish that you could see Jasmine anytime you want, huh? Well, I got just the package for you. Not only meet the lady, you'll go in style as Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa. So, he's gonna get that done in an Agrabah minute. Come on, let's get to the palace. And it's so frustrating when they're just reusing assets. It's guys, you were at the palace. You've currently ran away from the palace. You're currently running out to the desert to the Cave of Wonders. You have no idea where you're going or what you're doing. You're being silly billies. But we're after reaching level 22, getting another new Sleight, Zantetsuken. As I say, if you're playing along with me and following along, just get card point upgrades and then get Sleights in between. And you'll be golden. So, entering into the key of guidance, I have another cutscene, and I really think I'm gonna have to go to like live record this, or at least live record the cutscenes because I can't read them in time. Who's that? It's Jasmine. She needs our help. We'll never make it there in time. I've got no choice, Genie. I wish for you to save Jasmine. Can do. Charge! Or, you know, Aladdin, you could say, I wish Jasmine had a pure light that could banish back the darkness. Oh, wait, she already has that. But now you've only one wish left, Aladdin. Not again. Sorry, Genie, but you're the only one who can... Aladdin, we've literally fought Heartless the entire way here, my bro. But yeah, fight in the introduction to Agrabah. Second fight in the guidance room to Agrabah, and you already know who and what you're going to be fighting in the third room. It's going to be a massive boss fight in the Key to Truth, but we're getting through nice and easy. Not doing too bad, and as I say, when you're getting about 25 EXP per KO, like it's well worth your time. Just like that, getting a nice Blizzaga, getting a multi KO, but we now have Aladdin with a 9. So again, like how much Moogle points? We're getting about 60. Like that's not small, you know. And that lovely 9 potion. We're so lucky we have that 9 potion. It just is literally like free reload. It's so unlikely to be broken. And at the very least, we can use Aladdin again. He's able to attack the bandits from the front, which is great. He just, I don't know, a bit like Goofy. His attacks are just a whole other value system, you know? Now, speaking of Goofy, we're going to just send him on his Tornado of Terror. And we got a nice heal up, which is great. Not great getting hit again straight after getting a heal. Come on, guys. Get with the program. But, as I say, it's nice to have the fights, though, because you get to kind of, I suppose, see the deck in action. And what's tricky as well is the boss fights can kind of be a bit of a mess because, you know, certain things like Blizzaga is great for crowd control, but not for single target bosses, you know? See, we didn't need the genie this time. Thanks, Sora, but I'm still down to my last wish. What? Whack! What happened? Oh no, the lamp, it's gone! You seem to have plans have gone amiss. I was certain you'd waste your last wish. While with poor Jasmine in distress and these delightful creatures to deal with. No matter. At last, the lamp and the genie are mine to command. Why are you doing this, Jafar? You've got the lamp. What more could you want? Such an interesting question, you see. I knew where you were going to use the lamp to try and win Jasmine's heart. But we can't have that now, can we? Certainly, you realize that if I marry the princess, then nothing can stop you from becoming Sultan. You're nothing more than a pawn in my game, Street Rat. Genie, my first wish is deliver Jasmine to me. Genie, what are you doing? Sorry, Al, my hands are tied on this one. I gotta obey whoever has his mitts on the lamp. Precisely. Farewell, Aladdin. Great, now I lost Genie, Jasmine and the lamp. You can feel bad about it some other time. If you don't pull yourself together, you'll never see Jasmine again. You lost the lamp, but losing someone you care about is bad, but not as bad as never getting them back. Sora. You're right, I can't give up now. We have to save Jasmine. But Jafar's got the lamp. Maybe, but I've got an idea. Listen up. Sorry, guys. I am under pressure. I was just blitzing through those speech bubbles. But realistically, the cutscenes here, they don't necessarily really matter. They're not super important. Like, they're kind of retellings, and like There's certain themes of like, you know, losing friendships, losing memories of friends. What's this? Is Aladdin giving up on precious Jasmine already? Well, I'm not going to waste a wish on the likes of you three. Aladdin, now! What? You, Genie, seize him! Oh, forgive me. Grr. You fell for it, Jafar. What do you mean? It means you just blew your second wish, only one left. Go ahead, use it to win Jasmine's heart, but you still have us to deal with. Oh, now I get it, Al. You're so clever. Well now, the cunning of a rat. But unfortunately you can't see beyond the bait. Your little ploy changes nothing. I can crush you once and for all and win Jasmine's heart. Genie, my last wish is to transform me into an all-powerful genie! And then somehow we're transported to the Cave of Wonders lava pit. But we're not going to question continuity, as this entire palaver and escapade throughout Agrabah has been nothing more than a geographical nightmare and a complete farce. Couldn't map their way out of a paper bag. Anyway, it's so hot. Jafar must be doing this. Sora, don't you try and give him a canonical reason as to why they're all of a sudden here. Don't you do that, my boy. You are better than this. And what I'm not better than is not realizing, oh, actually, Blizzard raids don't hit the magical bubble. It's kind of a bit of an awkward situation, but it just doesn't seem to hit. If people want to come back in the comments and say, oh no, I made the Blizzard raids hit, then you are more than welcome. I welcome the debate in the comments, but I now know that like Blizzard worked, and that by extension Fire would have been great, but my Blizzards miss and my raids miss, so everything just misses. And the stepping stones, the like shifting platforms, they're all over the place. We're not vibing. We are not vibing, nor are we even thriving. But we have our good combos, and you know, we're kind of a bit out of sync. We're not really putting them in the order that they should be going in. But by God, are we not going to try and get Aladdin? But like all friends, they disappoint me and just vanish. Anyway, he now uses his Genie Palava to get all of the platforms down the bottom. And obviously if we had gotten a gimmick card here, it would have basically brought all of the platforms up to the top and they would have all been level. But we just have to do our best. And as I say, once we get, you know, the cards in the right place, we're going to get better damage output. And yeah, I mean, Iago, in fairness, I would be sweltering too, my friend. You know, you're having to lug around a lamp. It is lava-licious here. It is too hot. But now you see, with the cards in the right place, the health bar is absolutely disappearing. And we're getting Aladdin card after friend card. And we just managed to make the aerial jump. And we're just going to quickly activate it, Sora! The only issue is that we literally have no attack cards now. Oh, if that had been 2 Donalds, we would have won. Oh, if I had jumped, I would have won. Sora! Come on, my bro. There we go. This is why you should probably have a boss fight deck and a fighting Heartless deck. If we had more fires, if we had like just literally had attack cards that were all really high. But listen, this is where, you know, when we come to the next world, Monstro, we're going to just have to really take our time to get high value cards, you know? We rescued Jasmine and got the lamp back. We're so efficient, boys. Absolutely badass. Now look at me. Leaving that there for ages. I've read that recusant. Chop chop. You still have one wish left, Aladdin. He sure does. Time to make me a prince. Of course, I'd like to be free, but like you always say, genies can't be choosers. You've probably gotten something. Sorry, guys. Go on now. Wish for it. Okay, here goes. Genie, I wish for your freedom. But ow! And here's what's interesting. Like, Aladdin could have just given Sora the lamp for like 2 wishes. And then Sora could have given the lamp back. So like, Sora could have wished, oh, I wish... But look, that's not the moral of the story. Why am I arguing with like the moral of the story? I'll never forget this. But what about Jasmine? What are you going to do? I was wrong, Genie. If I used the wish to help me win Jasmine's heart, I'd be no better than Jafar. Jasmine means the world to me, so I'm going to show her the type of person that I am. I'm guessing this is the vibe. I wasn't really reading it. I'm ad-libbing. And improvising. Thanks, and good luck to you too. Why do I skip massive chunks of the dialogue and then I like linger on other parts? Oh, lads, I'm not able. I'm getting stressed. Why is this still here? I could have used the pause on like the big block of text that was 3 or 4 sentences long. Anyway, we'll get better at this. I tried to give up back there, but you said something that kept me going. It really hit me. You must be looking for someone you really care about too. That's right, Sora. Riku. Your best friend and platonic pal, Riku. But we get the Genie card. Hooray! He's almost completely useless compared to his overpowered Kingdom Hearts 1 version. But you know, we won't hold that against them. We have the card in the index, and that's really all that matters. So, Sora, you know, Sora's looking for Riku. Aladdin's like, I hope you find him. And Sora's like, thanks, Aladdin, I really appreciate it. But that's been our episode. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you are watching this. And I hope I can see you at the next episode where we continue our journey through Castle Oblivion. Have a good one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.